Matt Gajtka along with Bart Logan here at Pittsburgh's Consol Energy Center as the greatest draft night in the history of the USHL has just concluded. 6 former USHLers, 1 alum, and 1 draft pick all being chosen in the first round here tonight. And Bart, what can you say but a banner evening for sure for the USHL?
Oh, absolutely. And it started with Jacob Trouba going number 9 overall to the Winnipeg Jets. It's a great young defenseman out of the National Team Development Program. And then a little bit of excitement as the Buffalo Sabres trading up to get Zemgus Girgensson, a terrific centerman from the Dubuque Fighting Saints. His teammate a little bit later on in the draft taking number 23 overall, Mike Matheson. And then, of course, he had Jordan Schmaltz going number 25 overall to the St. Louis Blues. Great team with a great defensive core there that really bolstered it with the addition of Schmaltz. And then finally rounding it out with Brady Shea going to the New York Rangers at 26 overall, and then finally 29th overall to the New Jersey Devils, Stefan Matteau. Throw in Ulf Samuelsson's son, Henrik Samuelsson, and then a big pick at 21 overall, a little bit of connection as well with that Buffalo deal as the Calgary Flames, who traded back in the Buffalo trade that netted them Zemgus Girgensson's, get Mark Jankowski, who's going to be heading to the Dubuque Fighting Saints next season. So a very, very, very great night for the USHL. Very promising night for these young men as well. Imagine it'll be very memorable.
Yeah, exciting night, and the USHL really showing off its versatility as a junior league. Not just a great route for players who want to go on to college and get that education, but also high-end players very much welcome in the USHL, as you heard Bart talk about right there with the 8 names he just rattled off. And the Dubuque Fighting Saints with a big night with Jankowski, their future player, as well as Matheson and Girgensson's. And then we have the Clark Cup champion Green Bay Gamblers cashing in with Jordan Schmaltz. So we see a lot of talented defensemen, though. It seems to be a trend in the first round overall in the NHL draft here tonight, but also in the USHL.
Oh, absolutely. And you looked at this draft, and it was just absolutely loaded with a lot of talent at defense. And the USHL has gotten a reputation throughout the years of being able to produce some very high-end defensemen, whether you're looking at a guy like John Moore, who's taken in the first round a couple of years back by the Columbus Blue Jackets, and then, of course, the 3 defensemen taken in the first round this season. But you talked about the Dubuque Fighting Saints, and boy, what a story for that club. 2 players taken in the first round. You also add Jankowski. It's just becoming a factory for producing NHL caliber talent. When you look at Johnny Gaudreau, who was taken in the 4th round by Calgary last season, it speaks so much for that program, which of course it's a very traditional program in the USHL. Had a lot of history, very storied team coming back in the league last season, capturing the Clark Cup in their first season back, and now they're putting together some even more impressive history with these first round draft picks in Matheson and Girgensson's.
Yes, Girgensson's as well as Stefan Matteau, 2 big-time forwards. We mentioned the defensemen, but also the forward talent on display here. And rounding out the night of first, Zemgus Girgensson's the first ever Latvian to be taken in the first round of the NHL draft. So great night here in Pittsburgh. Matt Gajtka here with Bart Logan, and we'll be here tomorrow as well to recap all the action as the USHL players still figure to have a great weekend as it's rounded out tomorrow with rounds 2 through 7 here at Consol Energy Center. Stay tuned to USHL.com for further coverage.